Have you ever felt the sting of betrayal, so sharp you swear you'll never trust again? I murmur, heart hammering, as I stare at my phone screen, my husband's name at the top of a flirty text. Thread with my best friend, Emily. The message reads, "Can't stop thinking about you last night." Face blowing a kiss, followed by a gif of two cartoon hearts dancing. My breath catches. My best friend. My rock. And him, the man I vowed to trust with my life. It all started innocently enough. Last week, Emily and I planned a girls' night in, wine movies. The works. Michael had a late work event, so I texted him, "Out with Emily tonight. Don't wait. Up." He replied, "Have fun. Love you." But that "have fun" felt off, as if he knew more than he should. When I asked about his day, he grew evasive. "Just busy," he said, eyes darting. Then yesterday, I found his phone unlocked on the kitchen counter. My finger hovered over the Messages app. I told myself I wouldn't look, privacy is sacred, but something whispered, "What? If there's nothing to hide?" With a gulp, I thumb-swiped into his texts. And there it was, a conversation with M, gushing compliments I'd never heard. "Late night, you're so gorgeous." Texts at 2 a.m., plans to grab coffee that suddenly turned to dinner for two. My pulse thundered. Confronting him felt like stepping off a cliff. I backed away, trembling, unsure how to process the images of Emily's name flashing back at me. Why Emily? We'd shared every secret, our husbands, our heartbreaks, our dreams. I felt a knife twist in my gut. At work, I couldn't focus. Every email made me jump. By afternoon, I confessed to my colleague, Sarah. She stopped mid-typing. "Oh, honey," she said, voice gentle. "You need proof." She handed me a Post-it with Emily's number. "Call her discreetly. Ask if she's free for lunch." My stomach nodded. I texted Emily, "Hey, wanna grab lunch tomorrow?" Her reply came. Instantly, "Sure. See you 12. My heart raced. This was my chance. At noon, I met her at our favorite cafe. She looked radiant, in a sundress, hair down. "Hey, girl," she greeted, hugging me. I forced a smile. "Hey, we ordered paninis." I studied her. "So how's your marriage?" I asked, voice trembling. She sipped her iced tea. "Good. Michael's been so sweet lately." Her cheeks flushed. Actually, he surprised me with flowers yesterday. My breath caught. My Michael, her Michael? I laughed nervously. "That's great." I fumbled for my phone. "Got a promo here I wanted to show you." I opened his texts and handed the phone across the table. Emily's face drained. She swiped through and gasped. "Oh my God!" Tears welled. I had no idea. She looked up, voice cracking. I thought, those texts were from my cousin, another Michael. I felt stunned and relieved. It was a case of wrong contacts, two friends named Michael. But my relief was laced with shame over my breach of trust. I'd snooped, invaded his privacy, confronted my best friend publicly. My hands shook as I slid his phone back. Emily reached for mine. "I'm so sorry," she whispered. "I never would have agreed to coffee or flowers if I'd known." I nodded, tears in my eyes. "I'm sorry I accused you. I should have talked to him first." We sat in silence, the hum of the cafe muffled around us. I felt the weight of my mistake, nearly destroying my marriage and friendship over a misunderstanding. I realized the real betrayal was my mistrust. That night, I sat Michael down, phone trembling in my hand. "I'm sorry," I began, voice thick. I invaded your privacy. But when I saw those messages, I panicked. He reached for my hand. I understand, he said softly. And thank you for trusting Emily. It was an innocent confusion. We talked late into the night, unearthing our fears, his late hours, my insecurity, the distance. Creeping between us. We drafted trust check-ins, weekly talks where neither of us texts behind. Locked doors, share our worries, and reaffirm our love's boundaries. We vowed to rebuild. Transparency, to never let a name or a screen separate us again. As I drifted asleep, I realized that while suspicions can be poison arrows, honest, conversations can be healing salves. I'd asked for proof and found a painful misunderstanding. But in confronting my own doubts, I rediscovered the foundation of our marriage, open hearts and shared truths. And as the moonlight softened our room, I whispered, a promise to myself and to him, I won't let fear turn us into strangers. Why does my heart still race when I hear his footsteps, even though I know he's harmless? I whisper into the early morning hush as I press my forehead against the cool glass of our bedroom window. It's been 2 weeks since the cafe showdown, 2 weeks of trust check-ins, and late-night apologies, and yet every creak of the floor still sends my pulse skyward. Today I find myself teetering between relief and raw, unhealed nerves. The morning sun filters through half-drawn curtains as I slip downstairs. The kettle gurgles on. The stove, Michael hums a tune and lays 2 toast slices in the toaster. He glances over his shoulder, warm smile faltering for a fraction of a second, then steadies. Morning, he says, voice gentle. I offer a small smile, but my stomach knots. Morning, I reply, taking the mug he hands me. The scent of freshly brewed coffee is comforting, an anchor to normalcy. Yet a tiny voice at the back of my mind whispers, what if I find more messages? What if this still happens? Over breakfast, I pull out my phone. Shall we do our check-in? I ask, heart pounding. He nods, folds his hands. I open the Notes app and read aloud our first prompt. How are you feeling? I clear my throat. I feel vulnerable. Leaning into trust is harder than you'd think. I pause, searching his eyes. I need reassurance today. Can we schedule a quick call during your lunch hour? He reaches across and squeezes my hand. Of course, he says, eyes sincere. He answers his own prompt. I feel grateful you're willing to try again. He smiles. I'm here for you. We continue. What do you need most? I say. He replies. Transparency, no hidden group. Chats or unanswered texts. He leans in. You have my word. We close the check-in and finish breakfast in companionable silence. Later that day, I'm at work when my phone buzzes. It's me. Need your voice. A text from Michael's number. My pulse leaps. I answer. Talk now. He replies. Unexpected work. Call, can't lunch. Sorry. Can call at 3. My chest falls. Missing our midday check-in feels like a betrayal of our promise. I stare at the screen for a moment, heartbeat tangling. Then I respond. Okay. 3. I tuck the phone away, trying to focus on my UX wireframes, but every ping startles me. I close my eyes and breathe deeply. Trust, he said. At 3 p.m., I step into the hallway and dial him. His familiar voice crackles. Hey, I say, keeping my tone light. I missed our lunch check-in. I know, he sighs. I'm sorry. This client emergency ran long. The sincerity floors me. I'm an A. Then en route to a site. I wanted to see your face, though. I let a genuine smile bloom. I miss you. How can I support you this afternoon? He chuckles. A quick pep talk. You're brilliant at this. And can you send me a silly gif? I laugh and oblige. The rest of his tension bleeds away as he thanks me. In that moment, a silly gif cements a new kind of intimacy, one based on small gestures rather than grand. Confessions. That evening, we arrive home to a quiet house. The living room is bathed in soft lamplight. I collapse on the couch. Michael drops beside me. I wrap an arm around him. Let's talk, I say. He nods, leaning into me. What's on your mind? I take a breath. I'm worried I still don't fully trust you. I need more than check-ins. I need to see how you handle the mundane, the unremarkable. He frowns thoughtfully. Like what? Like account sharing, joint playlists, little things that show you're including me in everything. I shrug. We started check-ins. Can we expand our rituals? He's quiet for a moment, then reaches for the remote. He cues our favorite streaming app and swipes through to our shared playlist, songs we both love, now alongside new tracks he's added. He hits play. A familiar melody fills the room, our song from our first date. I feel tears sting. He smiles. Every week, we'll build this playlist together, new songs that speak to us. I nod, pressing my cheek to his shoulder. Thank you. Over the next few days, we layer in micro-rituals. On Monday mornings, I send him a good morning voice note. On Wednesdays, he picks up my favorite takeout on the way home. Every Friday, we watch the episode of a comedy we started before this all blew up, together on the couch. No phones, no screens. One Thursday, I open my laptop to draft an email to Emily, my best friend, back in the picture. After the misunderstanding, with an invitation to our Friday movie night, reintroducing her into our social circle is another test of our restored trust. I hit send with a hopeful breath. Friday arrives, and Emily slides in through the front door with wine and popcorn. She gives me a quick hug, then turns to Michael. Thanks for trusting me, she says softly. He nods, and the three of us settle into the couch, laughter repairing old wounds. I sip my wine and feel the gentle glow of life realigning. Later, while Emily fetches dessert, Michael turns to me. I know trust rebuilds and drops, he says, and I'm committed to each one. I rest my head on his shoulder. And I'm committed to trying, I whisper. Weeks pass. One day, at the office, I notice a message from a new colleague in my group chat. Game night at my place this weekend. Hope you can join. I forward it to Michael. He texts back, count me in, and I'll bring a game I know you love. I smile. His eagerness feels like gold. On Saturday, we head to the coworker's apartment. Everyone greets us with enthusiasm. Michael and I team up flawlessly at trivia, high-fiving when we nail answers. I glance at him and see pride in his eyes, pride in being part of our team. Again, on the drive home, I reach for his hand. Tonight felt easy, I say. Thank you. He squeezes my fingers. We're building trust in every moment. Months later, we sit on the porch at dusk, candles flickering as we toast with iced tea. The autumn air is crisp. We review our trust rituals list, check-ins, playlists, shared accounts, movie nights, public invitations. Each ritual a brick in the bridge from doubt to faith. I raise my glass to rituals, big and small, that keep us honest. He clinks with mine, and to being brave enough to trust again. As twilight deepens, I rest my head on his shoulder and let the warmth of his presence wash over me. The sting of the flirty messages has faded, replaced by a tapestry of small, truthful moments, conversation that is honest, new, and refreshing. In our shared laughter, our gentle rituals, and our unwavering commitment to rebuild, I find a realism more compelling than any secret could ever be. After all, love isn't just the absence of lies, it's the presence of truth. The candles flicker as we settle into the final ritual of our trust trilogy, a midnight walk around our old neighborhood, where so many memories, both joyful and painful, are etched into the sidewalks. It's our last step in rebuilding what nearly shattered. I slip my hand into Michael's. The air is cool, and the distant hum of late-night traffic feels like a quiet witness. We pass the corner where we had our first kiss, the house where we brought Claire home from the hospital, and finally pause beneath the tree-lined streetlight where I first discover those flirty texts. I inhale, the weight of that moment swirling in my chest. Here, I say, stopping him. This is where it started for me, when I felt my trust crack. He nods. I soften the lamplight. And here, he replies, leading me a few paces farther to the spot where I confronted him, phone trembling in my hand. This is where it began for me, the moment I decided to choose honesty over fear. We stand in silence, letting the night embrace us. Then Michael reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small, wrapped box. I glance at him curiously. "Open it," he whispers. Inside is a key on a simple leather fob. I look up, puzzled. "It's the key to our new home," he explains, voice catching. "I put our old house on the market today. I want us to start fresh. No shadows, no codes, just this key, and whatever comes next." Tears brim. A fresh start, physically and emotionally, a tangible commitment to the path we've chosen together. I close my hand around the key. "I love you," I say, voice thick with gratitude. He brushes a tear away. "I love you more," he murmurs. We continue our walk, hand in hand, the key swinging between us like a promise. The final ritual isn't just about trust, it's about renewal, about uprooting the past to let new roots take hold. As we circle back to our current home, I realize how far we've come, from flirty texts and broken trust, through confrontation, shared rituals, and open conversations, to this pivotal moment of starting anew. In the soft glow of street lamps, with the city sleeping around us, I understand that true intimacy isn't avoiding pain, it's facing it together, step by step, and emerging stronger on the other side. That night, we placed the key on the hallway table, a silent vow to our shared future. And as I drift into sleep, I hold Michael close, knowing that the trust we rebuilt, through honest check-ins, shared playlists, and midnight walks, will guide us forward, wherever that new key leads.